Hey guys, Mars Thinking here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so Global is going to be going into maintenance very soon. Obviously this is to prepare for the upcoming release of the Tech Gogeta banner and all the things relating to that celebration, but also to update the game to version 4.20.0. So there's a lot of interesting things coming with this update. So I thought I would put out this quick video to talk about everything that is going to be releasing with the update, as well as to, since this video should go up before the maintenance begins, there's a couple of things that you can do before the maintenance to help you out tomorrow once everything is live and up and running. So update 4.20.0, it brings a new UI to the missions, which is quite interesting. So the daily missions and all of this all changes. I think it looks better. It's just a visual change. Makes it look a little bit more interesting when you're going through the menus. It's not exactly something that desperately needed to be changed, but it's a nice little visual update at least. But the thing that is probably the most important for this update, especially for people who are still at lower ranks, is now whenever you rank up, you do not lose the excess stamina. So you can see here in this screenshot, this person is ranked 12. Their maximum stamina is 28, but they have 279 stamina. So that's obviously really good, because when you get to the higher levels, it's harder to level up anyway. So it's not something you have to worry about so much. But when you're anywhere in between the like 200 to 500, maybe even 600, like managing your stamina can be really important when it comes to things like link level grinding, farming up the medals from Dokkan events and stuff like that. You never want to be stuck in that situation where you have like 1 or 2 missions to go before you rank up, but you've pretty much got like a full stamina bar because maybe you've just woken up or something like that, didn't play it much the day before, and then all of that stamina is essentially wasted if you rank up with the previously existing system that we have now. So this is going to be super good, because you're able to overflow the amount of stamina that you have, and therefore you have a ton of it left to use if you then want to go on a crazy spree of like link leveling a bunch of units or something like that. So this is a really good change. Even for me, I'm like rank 100, I'm like 881 or something. So I don't rank up all that often anymore, especially when there's not like a 4 times XP going or something like that. But even when there is, like, this is something that I used to have to play around. So this is definitely the most important part of the update. Another thing is like the returning login bonus. They just made it look slightly different, and I think it works slightly differently. I have a side JP account that I don't really use, but I logged into it a while back and obviously got the returning login bonus. And before, when you did the returning login bonus, you had to do day 1, and then you literally had to log in the next day to get day 2. If you skipped a day, it reset the whole thing. Well, I say reset, you just lost out on the whole thing. So even though you just returned to the game, you had to log in 7 days in a row to get all of the bonuses. Whereas I noticed I logged into my JP, then I didn't log in the next day. And when I went back to it like a day or 2 later, I got the day 2 thing as well. So they've upgraded this a little bit. So obviously this doesn't really matter much to anyone who isn't a returning player, but they're just updating the UI on this. So it's not a huge update really in terms of the overall content. A lot of it is just visual upgrade, like the returning bonus and the daily missions. But this maximum stamina thing is probably the most important update, and this is going to be very useful for a lot of players. So very good that Global is getting this now. So then, of course, we have, if we look at the timeline here, this is the period that we are in at the moment. So we've got the release of the Tech, LR, Goku, and Vegeta that fuse into Gogeta. I see people underrating these guys a lot on the timeline at the moment, probably because most people don't consider them to be as good as the STR Vegito, but they are still ridiculously good, right? 120 attack and defense, 30% damage reduction. They raise attack and defense on super attack. They have a high chance to create rainbow orbs, which is very useful for a lot of teams that they're on. They get 2 extra ki from rainbow orbs, and they have a built-in medium chance to additional. Then they can fuse when HP is 70% or more, which is not a particularly difficult restriction to hit, starting from the 4th turn. And then they fuse into Gogeta. You get the 30% once only heal. They still have raised attack and defense on their super attack. Then it's 150 attack and defense, attacks effective against all types, and a 70% chance to crit. just guaranteed as part of their passive, so you definitely want to go full additionals on this guy. They change random key spheres into rainbow. They get 2 key per rainbow orb obtained still, so this is not chance to change orbs anymore, which is really good. And then they get key 5, 30% damage reduction, and see enemy super attacks for 5 turns from the start of the turn, so from when they transform. It's only half the number of turns of Vegito, but still a very powerful mechanic. And then as long as you've done your 18 key super, they nullify unarmed super attacks directed to them for the rest of that turn. So it's a bit annoying that they have to 18 key super first, because with their ability you can see super attacks, but if the enemy is super attacking you in slot 1, then there's obviously like not much you can really do about it. So it is still a good effect, but it's not going to come into play all of the time, but still a very powerful effect. So they are a very good unit. This AGL Gotenks as well, the side banner unit, we've talked about these units a lot already. Just very, very good for Super Battle Road. For me, personally, I'm going to be disappointed even if I pull the Gogeta in my summons. If I don't pull this guy, I'm going to be very disappointed because he's really, really good. Then we also have this free-to-play Frieza, like, Undead Army card. They're quite interesting. They're a free-to-play revenge category leader. They are solely built around being on a revenge team. And then they get a guaranteed crit if there's a Defenders of Justice category enemy, or when all allies in the same turn are extreme class revenge units. So he does have a very decent link set. Thirst for Conquest, Nightmare, Fear and Faith, Big Bad Bosses. Very good links on quite a few teams, but obviously is very much built around being on a revenge team. The only kind of problem with this, until we get a new leader, is the main leader for this category is Bardock, who is a super type unit. So if you're running double Bardock leads, maybe you're using one on main rotation. It means you have the other one floating. So 1 turn out of every 3, there's going to be a super unit in slot 3. So you're not having a full extreme revenge rotation. So they're not getting a guaranteed crit. I mean, he's still pretty good without the guaranteed crit, obviously. But this can definitely be something. Next time we get a revenge category leader, I'm going to go ahead and assume that they're going to be an extreme unit. But that will make these guys even better. Plus, look how great their card art is. Obviously, it's from Free Fusion Reborn, but it's like very much a who's who of like the dead characters from that scene. So very, very cool card art. A nice novelty card to have, even if you're not going to use them all that much. So very, very cool. We're also getting the new stage of Infinite Dragon Ball History. So this stage is the Fused Fighters stage. So you fight base Gotenks, Super Saiyan Gotenks, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, the Fused Kibito Kai, base Vegito, Super Vegito, and then Super Gogeta. As always, there are missions to be completed, not just for beating all of the stages, but for doing it with specific teams. So 3 time limit category characters and 3 resurrected warriors characters. As always, I will go ahead and do a video for this, just jumping straight in with a team that can beat both of these missions at the same time. Be interesting to see what that team build is going to look like. I haven't actually planned that out yet, so that's going to be very interesting. Obviously, they want you to use time limit because, you know, they want you to try and pull the new units, but time limit is a very good category that already has a very strong existing roster of characters. So even if you don't pull the new Gogeta, you are still going to be able to get this done. As long as you have, I mean, if you're a brand new player, maybe not, of course, but this one should be pretty straightforward. And obviously, you know, you don't have to do both missions at the same time. You can do them as 2 separate runs, of course. So very, very straightforward for this one. Another nice new stage for Infinite Dragon Ball History, getting a nice bunch of free stones. And then, of course, as part of this celebration, we should also get everyone's favorite game mode, a new explosive chain battle against Super Janemba. The advantageous categories are time limit, otherworld warriors, and joint forces. Of course, it's time limit and joint forces, I guess, because they want you to pull the new unit. So the new Gogeta and the old LR Gogeta are obviously going to be super, super good for this. This won't drop straight away. Usually the chain battle comes out a week or 2 after the actual event starts. So that's not something you have to worry about straight away. Now, the only thing we don't know, because it still hasn't been shown in the news yet, is with the release of this Gogeta celebration, I think it was a little bit further down, in fact, when we got the EZA for this Super Saiyan 3 Goku. We should still get this, hopefully. This will be one of those things where the EZA comes out like a week after the celebration starts, and that's when JP got new Extreme Super Battle Road stages. Now, we've talked about this already in the previous videos, but Global is now 20 stages behind Super Battle Road for JP, and JP is about to get another new stage. Because they're changing the way they release stages now on JP. Celebrations are going to potentially come with 1 or 2 new stages, potentially with every celebration, which I think is a cool way of doing it, to be honest, to get you to use like the new team and stuff. But yeah, Global is still way behind. Now, a lot of people assumed, because we saw in the news already, they mentioned the fact that Infinite Dragon Ball History was getting a new stage, but they didn't say anything about Super Battle Road, so people kind of assumed that this means we're not getting anything again. But you have to remember, these stages came with the Gogeta celebration, but like a week after it started, so this wouldn't be mentioned in the news yet. Now, the thing is, this is 10 new stages for Extreme Super Battle Road. We're still missing the 10 new stages that JP got with the Gohan celebration, so it still remains to be seen what they're going to do. Hopefully we get some. There is obviously still the potential we get none, but they could either give us the ESBR stages that came with the celebration on JP, or they could then choose to drop these 10 stages that came with the Gohan celebration. We don't actually know for sure just yet. So basically, once the maintenance is over, it's going to be the new banner, the new stage of Infinite Dragon Ball History, this free-to-play unit. This is an updated stage of the Fusion Reborn story event. We have a battlefield reset as well. And then some of the rest of the stuff will come later, not necessarily at the exact same time that the maintenance is over. So that basically covers everything that should be live in the game once the maintenance is done. Because of the time the maintenance starts, it actually starts before the daily reset, so we won't get to see the full details of the celebration info until the maintenance is actually over. And it's quite a long maintenance as well. It doesn't actually end until after the time that the banner would usually be scheduled to release. So if you're somebody who waits for, like, you know, right bang on the dot when the banner comes out, the maintenance will probably still be going on at that point, and that's obviously not even taking into account the fact that the maintenance could be extended. But anyway, let me know what you think. What are you most excited for this? Are you excited about the update? Are you just excited to summon for Gogeta? Or are you still someone who is potentially skipping for heroes? I did a video all about both banners yesterday. Check that out if you're still unsure what to do when it comes to summoning, and let me know what you think. But yeah, very exciting times. I'm actually very hyped to summon for Gogeta. I will be streaming when the banner comes out. It's going to be one of the biggest streams that I've done, like non-anniversary wise, for summons. I've got 1,000 stones ready to go. Very much want to pull Gogeta and the Gotenks. So hopefully I will see you guys there. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit that bell button so you know when I go live. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you there for some good luck summons. We don't want a repeat of the LR Blue Evolution Vegeta arc, but hopefully it's going to be a good time, so hope to see you there. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.